So we're back here with another video, and I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. 2K26 isn't rewarding at all, and you guys should just put down the game and just not play this year, to be honest. Obviously, I'm joking, but like, come on, man. What are we? I mean, so I have to go at some of these people that left comments on my videos because you can dislike me, you can disagree with what I have to say. Both of those things are fine. I know that that's, you know, something that every person has to deal with. There's always going to be people that like you and people that don't like you. There's going to be people, everyone has to deal with criticism. Not everybody's going to get along with everybody. I get that. I'm not a child. I know that, the whole world doesn't revolve around me and not everyone's going to love me. But one thing that I will not stand for under any circumstances is being called a liar and saying that I lie to my viewers, which insinuates that I don't care about my viewers. To me, like if somebody lies to their viewers, they don't care about their viewers. And I care about my viewers a ton. I care about the Myteam community. I highlighted that a little bit in the last video as well. So somebody saying that I'm lying to my viewers, I'm not going to stand for that. So I'm going to shut down these comments today because, well, these comments, first of all, are kind of just laughable because even when I've talked about and compared NBA 2K23, NBA 2K23 to NBA 2K26 and showed that NBA 2K26 Myteam is more rewarding from a game-to-game basis in regards to the amount of MT that you get, I did it all factually. I presented facts. I gave examples. I came at it, as if I was in court. There was no bias involved. And contrary to popular belief, I enjoyed those games more. I did. I'm not trying to act like 2K26 is my favorite Myteam ever, like I like it more than I used to. No. Of course I like 2K20 and 2K21 better. But from a factual standpoint, on paper, 2K26 is the most rewarding Myteam on a game-to-game basis than there has ever been, in regards to the amount of MT that you get per game, like I already said. So I went at this all factually, but apparently I'm a liar. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at some of these comments. This is how it started. You're actually an idiot, and this was on my whole video where I went at content creators for kind of destroying my team. And it's kind of funny how more people are kind of actually saying this now after DBG's whole flip-flop and everything, and everyone's saying that he's profits over players with his new videos, and everyone's kind of starting to take that standpoint that I've been taking this whole year, where it's just like, yeah, content creators are kind of ruining my team, to be honest. But he said, yeah, you're actually an idiot. And I said, yeah, how so? Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. This is 100% not the most rewarding Myteam ever, not even close. And I just said, use facts to prove that it is. Come at me with facts and argue against my points, and then we can talk. Which he tried to, but obviously was not successful, so we'll get into that. And then on my video regarding breakouts, where I saw a pack on my breakout board, right? There was a green machine pack right where this 84 overall. I hadn't seen a promo pack on a triple threat only board since the beginning of the year, so I thought it was worth noting. And I have seen one more since then. So I think that they actually have been added, but they are just very rare. But I've played about maybe 10 to 12 boards since I made the video, and I've seen 2 green machine packs. So kind of wanted to make that video just to, and it got good feedback, and people liked the video, and it did well, so I'm happy about that. And I hope that, people did enjoy that video. But anyway, I completed 2 boards 100%. Haven't seen anything different. Doesn't mean it hasn't been just my update on it. And which I thanked him because, I asked people to tell me what they've experienced with these boards after the update last Friday, because it kind of seemed like, with the whole players over profits, that they were going to start, making it better for no money spent, whatever. So I thanked him because I said, thanks for sharing. Like, I'll play a few more boards throughout the weekend and see what's up, which I did. And I just explained what I saw. And then another guy said, played 4 boards, including 1 middle special. Probably the worst boards ever. And I said, saying that they got worse is wild. They definitely didn't, because they didn't. They either are the same or they improved. They definitely didn't get worse, so that's why I said what I said. And then he just kind of said, sadly, that's been my luck, whatever, and this and that. And then This same guy that we talked about at the beginning of the video that does call me a liar and everything says, "Are you dumb? His boards have been bad. You can't tell him he's wrong." That's not what he said. He said that the boards are the worst that they've ever been, which they are not. He didn't say that his boards specifically are the worst that he's seen, or his boards. That's not what he said. So quit putting words in my mouth. And then I said, I'm not even going to bother with you, man. You're one of the most negative people I've ever seen, because this same person has been leaving negative comments on my videos for a very long time. And then he says the guy that lies to his viewers. So I said, I'm still waiting for an example of me lying. All your gibberish that you commented in one of my last, which this gibberish is what we're going to get into in a little bit. He said, you said 2K21 wasn't rewarding. You lied clearly. And then I just said, the amount of MT you get in 2K26 for every hour played is at the very least 5 times more than 2K21 through 2K22. How does that make 2K21 or 2K22 more rewarding? That doesn't make a lick of sense, because we have proved this factually time and time again. This is not something that I've just came out and said, or just something that I'm just saying. This is something that I've proved factually in multiple videos. And I think that this person is getting mad from a standpoint of he enjoyed 2K21 and 22, but doesn't enjoy 26, and he's mad that I'm trying to promote 26 as like better. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm coming at this from a standpoint where I'm trying to help people. Even though there's not a lot of content on people, with no money spent this year and everything, I'm trying to make people realize that you can have success in this game, no money spent, because I care about my viewers. I don't lie to my viewers. Okay? And then he continues, are you brain dead? Go back and compare the prices of cards then to now. How dumb can you possibly be? And then he said, mind you, the point of 2K21, 2K22 was to earn MT from grinding modes for cards and packs that were sellable. That tied in with the cards being way less expensive. You're so stupid. And this is what I said. Bro, you're acting like the pack odds were good back then. Even if you got a prize pack, you're still not pulling a top tier card very often at all, which is true. Everyone glorifies and I hate non-auctionable packs. Non-auctionable packs are so non-consumer friendly, and they're just a troll. Let's be honest. But saying that sellable packs affected the market to the rate that he is trying to suggest, that's pretty brain dead, if you ask me. Because you're getting maybe, I don't know, like say you grinded all weekend, like a triple threat online board, triple threat offline vault, whatever. Maybe you get 4 or 5 prize packs that are sellable. You're not pulling a top tier card. I hate to break it to you, you're not. People act like the pack odds were better back then. They weren't. The pack odds were horrible back then. So I just said, yeah, it didn't change the top value, top tier cards whatsoever. Cards are so expensive this year because of how easy MT is to make. Did you not watch my video looking back at the vault and ball drop rewards from those games and how bad they were? Because they were horrible. You were getting 5K MT an hour for triple threat online or triple threat offline in 2K20 specifically. Look at Dr. J, who's 1.2 million last year for the same card, which he was. There was a Pink Diamond Dr. J last year. The same card that we have this year, his highest price after he came out was like about 1.2 million for a base version. And of course, he's over 5 million this year. And I said, why? Because game modes, breakout specifically, give way more MT than ever before. Kawhi went from 500K day one to well over 1 million in a matter of days because people had 1 million MT on this game 2 days in. Is any of this ringing a bell? Because this is stuff I've already mentioned in videos. I've already given all this evidence, and you continue to say I'm wrong when I have facts to back myself up. All you're doing is saying things mindlessly, defending past games that have no merit at all because you clearly don't understand the market. That comment about prize packs shows it. You can hate on me and my opinions all you want, but you can't say that I'm wrong when I've provided significant evidence and videos backing my claims. An hour of triple threat online in 2K20 through 2K21 gave you about 5K MT, stuff that I already just said. Okay, and then these were different comments. I would answer on how 2K21, 2K22 were not rewarding it. I was able to have obtained the best cards in the game without spending a dime. Well, if you're having more trouble obtaining the best cards, no money spent this year, that is sticker shock, first of all, and user error. Because, yes, we all understand cards are more expensive this year. If you look at that just for face value, yep, that sucks. It does. Cards are more expensive. But they are about the same, like Pink Diamond Dr. J last year, or a similar card that would be going for a million MT or just under a million MT in 2K20 through 2K22 at this time this year. Pretty much the same difficulty to get a card then as it is to get a top tier card now, because that is how a market works. Okay? I apologize. I apologize for that. We lost connection there. But anyway, we are back. That is how a market works. I don't know if, I just got a new phone, so I don't know if it's a connection issue with my hotspot or what's going on. But anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, that's how a market works, because everyone is going to bid all of their MT, which people have about 5 times the amount of MT from playing the game. And they're going to bid all of their MT on one specific card, the best card in the game. So that's how, the best card in the game is never going to be easy to obtain unless you are a top grinder. So yeah, let me get back to where I was in this comment here. Mind you, I wasn't playing nearly as much as I needed to get anything valuable in today's game. Explain to me why in 2K21 we had 300 locker codes or 200 for 2K22. I don't know. I wish we still had locker codes. That's kind of an L that we don't. I mean, I'll agree with you there. Why did we have constant good cards to grind for across every mode? Or the constant events and updated TTO boards and vaults? Yeah, it sucks that we don't, have as many events. Like I can understand that standpoint. But the glorification lately of the vault cards and ball drop cards, first of all, no one seems to ever mention that they were RNG. So you could play 1,000 games and not get them, which people looked down upon so heavily at the time. And second of all, yes, there was the Terry Dishingers and the Danny Ferries of the world, but 90% of the vault and triple threat ball drop rewards were horrible. Like, why are these getting so glorified? Like, most of them were unusable. So yeah, or the Spotlight Sims, which gave you, yeah, I'd like to see Spotlight Sims, sure. But this is what he is forgetting. I was going at this from a standpoint of maybe the game mode as a whole doesn't have as much to do, or you can't get as many cards, whatever the case may be. But my whole thing is you get more MT for playing this game than you ever have. And I explicitly said that. I didn't mention anything else about any of these other things. So, yeah, I don't know why he's bringing all of this stuff up. But any promo card on the boards or vaults were sellable. Everything was sellable. Yeah, good luck pulling something that's worth anything out of a sellable pack. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. And badges weren't worth nearly as much. And yeah, I mean, consumables are still sellable, and that's kind of what you were getting value out of anyway, out of packs, was consumables, not necessarily the cards themselves. And yeah, good luck. I mean, I opened up prize packs, of course, in 2K20 through 2K22 when they were auctionable, and maybe out of like thousands of them, got like 2 cards that actually were worth over 100K. So yeah, that isn't, the whole sellable thing, that doesn't make the game more rewarding when you're making 5 times less MT, but you're getting sellable packs, so it makes it more rewarding. No, that argument makes no sense. I'm not going to sit here and let you lie like this. It's not nostalgia. 19 to 22 were literally great Myteam years for no money spent and money spent players. They were fun. I never said that they weren't. Top tier cards weren't constantly 10 million. Like, there's not a single card in the game that's 10 million besides Wemby. Top tier cards weren't constantly 10 million cards. Not dropping pink diamonds on packs day one. I mean, they dropped pink diamonds on packs day one in 2K23 and 2K25. No, they didn't in 2K20 through 2K22, but I don't really know what that even has to do with anything. Yet you keep lying to your viewers, trying to defend this excuse of an ultimate team mode. I am trying to make my content, because obviously my perception is if you're watching my content, you play my team. So I am trying to make my team as enjoyable of an experience as possible for you by showing you the benefits that this game has to offer, rather than all of the awful things this game has to offer, which is what most content creators do, because I care about my viewers. So the last thing that I would ever do is lie to my viewers. Like, come on, man. So you were lying once again. How on earth were 2K21 and 22 not rewarding? The reason we look back at those games The reason we look back at those games is because, yes, they were still pushing for microtransactions, but you could easily earn a great team without spending money. You could do it this year. Let's do this again. We've already done this a few times. Let's go look at some of these cards that you can get no money spent right here, man. And I will show you what the move is here. So Kiki Vandeweghe Diamond, he was a card that usually would be like a vault card or a triple threat ball drop award that you have been glorifying, and you can get him for well over 100k MT. So very, very, very affordable. Very good card there. Lamont Murray is amazing. And he's usually under 100k as well. And I think these cards are probably even cheaper than they were because of the whole Wild Gems pack drop on Tuesday. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue here. Isaiah Ryder's a pretty good option as well. Mike Dunleavy is an amazing option. We've got Jack Marin. He's an amazing option. All of these cards are around 100k. I mean, we could keep going. There's plenty of cards. And then at the Amethyst and Ruby tier, just go watch my budget cards video. There's plenty of cards you can obtain for cheap. No, not as cheap as they would have been in past years because, you guessed it, MT's a lot easier to make. Okay? So, I mean, come on. These are things. Did you watch the videos before going on this rant? It doesn't seem like you did. I'm saying obtain top tier cards by just playing the game on the regular. So you're going to tell me that you could afford Pink Diamond Dr. J and 2K21, no money spent? Because the hell you would be able, there is no chance in hell you'd be able to afford that card, no money spent in 2K21. You have a way better chance of getting Pink Diamond Dr. J in 2K26 than in 2K21. Because in 2K21, you had to lock in 2 million MT or so for Dr. J, and in today's game, that's the equivalent of 10 million MT, plus on top of that, he's a lock-in. So that MT's gone forever. So, yeah, I mean, these are things that I've already said in the videos, so obviously you didn't watch the videos. Where were we at here? I'm saying obtain topic. Cards on TTO pores from the ball. It's way easier to get the game mode rewards this year because they're not RNG. No, they're not, as great as people wanted them to be, but they're still better, as we highlighted, than vault rewards and ball drop rewards in all of those games at this time of the year. They are. So, yeah, again, did you watch the video? From offline spotlights. Yeah, we don't have spotlights. That's unfortunate, but I never, said anything about, I said that you get more MT, I never referred to any other game modes and mind you, any non-reward card was sellable, making you more MT. You just straight up lied to your viewers. Like I said, good luck getting a card that's worth something out of a sellable pack. That's all that I got to say. I mean, did anybody that we got these two sellable? Everybody got two of these sellable Ignite packs on Friday for when their level got reset and everything. It was compensation for that, which was a W on 2K's part, by the way. Like I'll say that that's a W. And did anybody pull anything out of these? Everyone that I've talked to, and I've heard like maybe 20 or 30 people say this, that they pulled absolute garbage out of these, and they were sellable. And contrary to popular belief, the pack odds were still horrible back then, and still pretty much the same as they are today. So that's just an example right there to where, I mean, the way that he's talking, he's acting like every sellable pack you're pulling something that's worth something, which couldn't be further from the truth, to be honest. So it's actually you, in fact, who are lying to me and lying to yourself. That's all that I got to say, man. I mean, come on. I'm not just going to let you tell me that I'm lying to my viewers and not respond. Like, I had to make this video, bro. And if you're watching this, I mean, come at me with some facts next time. Make a video of your own responding to me. Or come at me with 20 minutes of facts like I always do because I care about my viewers and I want people to enjoy this game. Come at me with facts. Come at me with a logical argument And then we can continue with this if you want to, or you can just hold your L now. I mean, it's up to you. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And actually, you know what? We got 10K MT right here. We got this old school base pack for you guys, man, because I care about my viewers. I love you guys. I'm going to open up some packs. And for my own enjoyment as well, of course. But anyway, yeah, and we're just opening up packs because I'm trying to fill out all those Series 2 sets. To be honest with you, man, let's see if we can get anything out of this old school base pack here. Probably not. I haven't pulled anything. I've pulled some diamonds and amethyst out of the base packs, but nothing too crazy. We got a gold Klay Thompson. Do we have the sellable version of him? Yes, we do. Big time W there, man. So that'll net me a little bit of MT. And we are, I don't know why I keep going in and out of the menus. I sincerely apologize. Let me open up a couple of these base packs here. See if we can get a little shaker magic on a couple of these. We will see what happens. We're going to get a gold down the middle, a gold Devin Carter with a V player indicator, which is, has anyone pulled any of the green, like the green animations? Because I've pulled like maybe 10 player indicators and none of the green animations. And actually on breakout, we need to talk about this really quick too. On the breakout ball drop, I've seen a pack for the green animations, but it's in one of those spots on the ball drop that is impossible to get your ball into. When you are playing the ball drop in the breakout boards, the only spots that are possible are the middle one on the bottom and the two on the very left and very right. The two that are on the bottom in between the very left and right in the middle are impossible to get, and the one on the very top is impossible to get. I've done hundreds of ball drops, never gotten in any of those spots. I've had it literally bounce in and out of those spots so hard. Has anyone hit any of those spots? I would love to hear that. I think that they're impossible to hit. I truly do, which is fine because usually the rewards are worse anyway. But I have seen the green indicator in those spots specifically, which with it being impossible, have not gotten it. So that's kind of an interesting thing. I haven't really heard anybody talk about that. Maybe Most Ballin referred to that actually. I think he may have said something about that towards the beginning of the year as we get a gold Tyus Jones. So not really the biggest W in the world there. Is there anything that we can sell here? But these are all worth 75, which is kind of nice. Let's see if we can get back up to 4K. It's going to be kind of a long shot, honestly, because I don't think that... Ooh, these balls. Ball is 150. That'll get us up to... Okay. Yeah, see what I mean? I have 3 of these that are not ones that were pulled. I think that these are just the... Oh, I have pulled the fanfare. But I've pulled the fanfare so many times, just like last year, whereas I think it's just a super common. And then I think you just get the ball in the flame. But I haven't pulled any more, but these player indicators, I've pulled a few. And this jellyfish one is dope. It's a W. I've been using that one. So let me know your guys' whole experience with that, as I said. Okay, this one will be 75. So one last pack here, man. And no, I'm not contributing to or going against the pack strike because these are MT packs. Final pack of the video. Can we end off with a W here, man? I'm guessing probably not, but we will see. We're going to end things off with an emerald. An emerald Jalen Suggs. Legendary half quarter, man. That's what I always think of with Jalen Suggs, is that half quarter in the Final Four. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I would never lie to you, man. I care about you guys and just had to, call that guy out, as I said, man. But hope you guys enjoyed. Always have your guys' best interests at heart, man. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Make sure to leave a like on the video, and I will see you guys in the next video.